Hello everyone. I hope you are well. Oh, and I'm also live on the wrong feed, so I'm going to hop back on again. Hello, second time lucky. Sorry, I cancelled my first feed, so apologies if you'd hopped on very briefly and I hopped back off again. But here I am, back again. So thank you for joining me. This is AMs with Annette. This is Strategic Chats. This is my live Q&A session where I answer any questions that you may have about your business or indeed about mine. I'm just going to go live on some of our other platforms. So bear with me whilst I set everything up and I get everything organized for that. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that very much. Let me just pop in everywhere where I need to and get us all up and running on all of our platforms. And I have something behind here where I can't see. Let's see where we are. Hello. Everyone is tuning in. Give me a hello. Let me know that you are here. I would love to know that you are joining us. So do let me know that you are tuning in whilst I get everything organized as well. So apologies for that. Do let me know that you are tuning in. Let me know that you are here. Whilst I get all sorted out on all of our streams that we have running. There we go. Done, go. There we are. We are all set up. We are all working and we are streaming across all platforms, I believe. Hopefully now that should all work. Let's cross our fingers and hope that it does. So thank you everyone who is joining in. Thank you everyone who's tuning in. Tim, hello. Lovely to see you again. Katie girl, hello. Thank you for joining me. Faye, Josh, hello everyone who is joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, we're a little bit squint on Instagram. There we go. We are currently live, of course, on TikTok, Instagram, Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and of course, inside the Uncover Wealth community, my private community on Facebook. So I thank you everyone who is tuning in and joining me today. This session is called Strategic Chats. What that means is it's an Ask Me Anything session where you can ask me anything about indeed your business or my business. I'm happy to answer those questions. This session, I have nothing pre-prepared to go through with you. This is not a teaching session. I am here to help and support in the questions that you may have. So do let me know if you have any. I would love to answer those. Like I say, this is all about you and your business and how I can support you as well. So please do let me know. What is my name, Katie? My name is in my bio. My name is Annette Ferguson. I am CEO of Annette & Co. I am a UK-based chartered accountant, and I am a certified profit first professional. I help business owners take home more money from their business for them and their families to enjoy. I have been in business for 11 years. Running my business. I work from home and have done for the whole of that time. My team are all virtually located. So thankfully, during the pandemic, we have been okay in terms of being able to continue working pretty much as normal, which has been lovely for all of us as well. So thank you, Josh. Thank you, everyone who is joining me. I am being asked, what is the best small business to start? And somebody else is saying, how do I start a business? Which are kind of linked questions. So the best small business to start is one that you're going to be passionate about and enjoy, one that plays to your strengths that you already have. That is going to be the best business. People often say, how can I make the most money from a business? And, business, you have to understand, is not just a fly-by-night quick buck. Running a business, building a business, and scaling a business takes effort, takes work, and it's not just something where you can make a quick buck. So you need to pick something that you enjoy doing, that you are going to enjoy doing for the foreseeable future. It's like when you pick a career. You don't pick a career saying, what am I going to enjoy doing for the next year? You pick a career that is, okay, what do I want to do long term? What does that look like? And it's the same running a business. It's exactly the same, where you actually have to look at, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want my day to look like? How do I want that structured? What is my skill set, or what things can I learn in order to support that? And therefore, what business am I going to choose to start up? So I hope that helps answer your question. Katie Girl is asking how old I am. I am 40 this year, Katie. I will be 40 in October. That is how old I am. Thank you, everyone who is joining me. Thank you for joining me. Frankie, thank you for tuning in. Leah, thank you for sharing this live as well. I very much appreciate that. I always appreciate the shares, the loves, the likes, the follows, the hearts, the thumbs up, whichever platform you are on, whichever mechanism there is there for doing that. I massively appreciate it. So thank you so much for all of that. I do very much appreciate it. Let's see what other questions we have coming in, because of course today's session is strategic chats, which means I am answering any questions that you may have about indeed your business, or indeed about my business as well. So let's check out the questions that are coming through in the comments section as well. Walking Wonder says, I'm interested in a coaching business, but I feel there are too many coaches. This is an interesting one, because actually there's not too many coaches. First off, there's certainly not too many coaches. There are, 9 billion people or something in the world, and the number of coaches is tiny compared to the number of people that exist. Also, if you're going to be a coach, you specialize in one area. So many people will have more than one coaches. I currently have a leadership coach, a business coach, and a life coach. So people will have more than one coach as well for different areas. So there is definitely not too many coaches, although I can see that if you're connecting with a lot of coaches, if you're moving in a lot of coaching circles, then it can feel like everyone is a coach. But that's not the case at all. And there will always be need for coaching. I am a massive fan of coaching. I think it's incredibly important in different points in time and different areas of your life. But I find coaching incredibly useful. And there's definitely not too many coaches out there. Absolutely not, Walking Wonder. So do not let that worry you, because fundamentally, when it comes to business, you actually have no real competition, because no one can do what you do the way you do it. No one has exactly the same experience, lifestyle experience, training, history, all those things. No one has that the same as you. Not one person on the entire planet has that range of things in exactly the same way as you do. Therefore, there will always be people that are called to work with you, because you have that specific range of history, skill set, tools, all those kinds of things. So do not let the thought of competition, in inverted commas, put you off, because fundamentally no one is in the same position as you, and therefore you are best placed to serve the people you are best placed to serve. So I hope that helps, Walking Wonder, in terms of thinking about starting your coaching business. I would love to know what type of coaching you're also considering starting. That would be awesome if you let me know in the comments. Tim is saying, it's more of a marketing question, but do you have any tips for growing on Instagram? In all honesty, Tim, Instagram is the platform that we have found the most challenging to grow on. I find Instagram tricky, quite frankly, to grow. We are putting a big effort just now in terms of growing on Instagram. And of course, we're live on Instagram just now as well. So thank you for those of you who are joining me live on there. I think, like most platforms, the answer is putting out great content. It is making sure that you reply to your comments and like your comments. It is commenting on other people's stuff, liking other people's stuff, and building that relationship. And going live, of course, is a great thing as well. Although many more people are going live now on Instagram, particularly during lockdown. Instagram lives were much busier than they may have been before. Use of hashtags, of course, as well on Instagram, once you get it right, can be really important too. Very similar in reality to most of the social platforms, putting out great content, interacting with people, commenting on other people's content, and using the resources that are available in platforms. So in Instagram's case, the hashtags availability. So that's pretty much what I would say, Tim. Also, of course, remembering to follow people that are your ideal person. So following your ideal target market is incredibly important on there as well. And then you can like their stuff and you can comment, you can build relationships. It's all social media is actually relationship building, and it's nuanced slightly how you do that in the different platforms. But fundamentally, if you can get into a rhythm where you're able to do that relationship building on Instagram, then you will see your Instagram account grow as well. So I hope that helps, Tim, as well. Oh, we got some lovely abuse happening there. Let's get rid of that. Great. Hey, James, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for saying hello. I do appreciate it very much. Oh, I'm struggling to keep up with the comments. Let's see. Pizza Dude's saying, I would like to be a writer. I have loads of published stuff, but all I can find is Vanity Publish. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what that last bit means, Pizza Dudes. But yeah, in terms of if you want to be a writer, then putting out your content, putting it out across all social media platforms as well, driving back to your written work. And then, of course, one of the big things is making offers, making people know, making your audience know and understand that you're available for work, that you are actually able to be hired. That's a big thing that many people forget when they're producing content and they're putting stuff out there, is actually directing people back to the fact that you can hire me. I can work with you. And those bits are the bits that are often missing. So if you want to be a writer, making sure that's really clear for people as well when they come on all your social platforms, that you are a writer who is available to be hired. That's a big part too. Hey, Dominica, thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Pizza 2 said I would make a good sports commentator. I am really terrible at understanding sport, and I don't have much of an affinity to sports. So probably would make a terrible sports commentator, because I would not know any of the cool stuff, any of the stats, any of the stuff about the players' histories, any of the old stuff in the sport. I would know none of that. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't have the knowledge to be a sports commentator, that's for sure. Smile, you're beautiful. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you. I completely agree. I think mindset is huge. And I think it's really important that we have a good mindset around what we can achieve. Absolutely. Thank you. Tyler, I am based in Scotland. I am just south of Edinburgh is where I am from. Katie girl, what is a coach? A coach is, oh, good question. How do we define what a coach is? I wonder what the dictionary definition of a coach is. A coach is basically somebody that helps and supports you in something specific. So a business coach will look at your business goals with you and help and support you to achieve your business goals. A health coach will look at what your health goals are and help and support you to achieve your health goals. So that is kind of the role of a coach and what a coach does. Walking Wanderer, you are welcome. No problem at all. For those of you who are tuning in, for those of you who are joining me, this is Strategic Chats. This is my live Q&A session where I will answer any question about your business or indeed about my business. I have been in business now for 11 years, running Annette & Co, a UK-based accounting firm. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have, as I say, about that, or indeed about your own business, about what you're planning, what you're thinking about, or a business you're currently running. I'm happy to answer anything where I can on all of those things. Let's see. That's why every business ever has succeeded, says Steve. Is that in relation to coaching, Steve? It may very well be, or it might be in relation to the content thing about relationship building. I'm not sure which bit what that is, but actually both are probably true. Rico, thanks for the follow. Sean, thank you very much for the follow as well. Aaron, lovely to have you tuning in. Thanks for joining me. Let's see, where are we with questions and comments? When did I start my business? I started my business in September 2009. That is when I started up my accountancy firm at that point in time. Tegan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Off-pace great content is completely debatable. Yeah, absolutely. And it's only the consumer of the content that can decide whether content is great or not. Yeah, absolutely, completely debatable. Great content is a completely individual preference. Something that I find great, you won't find great. And that's okay, as long as your audience and the people you want to attract and your ideal client find your content great. That's really all that matters when you're running a business. Absolutely. Yes, I am Scottish. I am. I was born in Aberdeen and I now live in the Scottish borders. Great. Bernard's saying I need an unemployment coach. Well, you do get career coaches. Those do exist, which can help you back into a career and into roles. So you do get coaches for that area. Although Bernard, I am very sorry that you're currently unemployed at the moment, but you do get coaches to support you with that as well. At the same time, thank you, Katie girl. I appreciate your kind comments. What is the latest options for taking on an apprentice? So, of course, in the summer statement in the UK, we had the announcement that if you take on an apprentice, you will get financial support from the government for doing that. So I'm not quite sure if that system is up and running yet. The new system is up and running yet for applications. I haven't seen that it is. So it might be worth watching out for that as to whether that comes up and running. As I say, I haven't seen any changes in that since it was announced, so worth keeping an eye out for those announcements as they come out, because I don't think there's been anything yet. Certainly not in the last 24 hours. There may have been in the last 24 hours, sorry, but I haven't spotted any of that yet. So worth keeping an eye out for that in terms of taking on an apprentice. But yeah, you can go through the apprenticeship schemes and hire an apprentice that way, and it can be a good way to take team members on as well. We are currently speaking about, this is called Strategic Chats. Basically, this is my open business Q&A session. That is what we are talking about. So thank you for everyone who is tuning in. I very much appreciate it. Whichever platform you are on, I always love the shares, the hearts, the likes, the thumbs ups, all those good things. So I massively, massively appreciate it wherever you may be and whichever platform you are on. So thank you for that. I do very much appreciate it. Katie girl, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about business. That is our topic for today. Indeed, Bernard, unemployment has massively increased as a result of the pandemic, of course, and we are expecting to see that continue. We are unfortunately expecting to see the numbers of unemployed rise during this time, particularly as the government support schemes start dropping off. We are expected to see that. We can expect to see something in the region of around 5 million unemployed potentially due to this time period, and then potentially other impacts as well. As we leave the EU at the end of the year too. That's what's being spoken about at the moment. Oh, great question, Tim. As an employer, do you put more value on formal qualifications or general experience? Now, this depends what role that I am hiring for. So if I'm hiring for an accountant or bookkeeper role, then they need to have formal qualifications. They need to have qualifications in those things. That's just a given, because that's a requirement for the role. However, if it's a role in, say, the marketing team, then formal qualifications in marketing, not so important for me. What's important is actually attitude and drive and those kinds of things, because a lot of the other stuff I can teach. Whereas if they've got a poor attitude and they don't have any drive and they don't have any career ambition, that stuff's really not teachable from my side. So for me, if it's a job that really does require a professional qualification, like an accounting role, then I put a lot of weight on the qualification side of things. That you don't even get past the reading CV stage if you don't have that. Like you can't do that at all. But once we've got that, we've ticked those boxes, then again, it's about personality, it's about drive, it's about ambition, it's about communication, all those skills. So that is that's how I look at hiring people and what that means to me. Do I have a PS4? No, I do not have a PS4. There's no structural weaknesses, unlike previous recessions. Quicker bounce back. Time will tell, Johnny Marr. We just don't know. We just don't know what will happen with that. Of course, people's buying habits have changed. People's living habits have changed. So we just don't know what will happen with that. And of course, business has changed. Business has changed a lot. And businesses are in a very different position now than they were coming into this. And therefore, we just don't know what that will look like in terms of bounce back. Katie saying, do I like TikTok? I do like TikTok. TikTok is taken is a funny one for me because it's taken a bit of getting used to. In all honesty, it's very different from the other social platforms that I typically hang out on. So I do enjoy TikTok. It is fun. I'm not one that learns all the moves and all the dances. I've done a couple, but that's not for me. But it is fun. I remind you of your English teacher. I hope that's a good thing. Rain374. I hope reminding you of your English teacher is a good thing. I am having a great day. Thank you, Dino, and I appreciate your kind words. Bernard's saying, true. So what do you suggest we can do since we re-unemployment and cannot find a good job anymore? It's really hard, Bernard. It's really, really hard. You know, putting yourself out there. There's, you know, it depends what you do, and it depends what your where your skill set lies and what type of role you're looking for. But if it's in a professional arena, I would be putting content on LinkedIn. I'd be reaching out to people on LinkedIn. I would be doing all that kind of stuff. You know, if you've got, and if you are in a area where you might want to also use other social media platforms to do that, then I would be doing that. I would be showcasing my skills during this time that I have for a role. I would make it abundantly clear in my social profiles that I'm looking for work and a link to my CV, and be doing those kinds of things in order to try and catch people's eye who might want to hire me. Too risky to start your own business. That's complete personal preference, Bernard. Starting your own business is certainly not for everyone at all. And I wouldn't suggest that everyone should start their own business. That is not necessarily the case whatsoever. If you feel it's too risky for you, then it's too risky for you. That's completely fine. That's completely fine. There's no push to start your own business whatsoever. Let's see. Tim's saying get my dance moves out. I actually when I was a kid, I danced a lot. I did all styles of dance and absolutely loved it. But I don't do so much now. Good evening from Wellington, New Zealand. Good evening, New Zealand. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. Johnny Marr, spending time on my CV, research specialist recruiters in your niche and call them. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Johnny Marr. That's some great tips there for Bernard in terms of looking at employment and how he goes about doing that. So this is Strategic Chats, 11 a.m. on Thursdays. This session happens. So I would love if you want to mark that in your diaries and make sure that you do join me for the session next week. Of course, I am live on all platforms, Mondays to Thursdays at 11 a.m. Mondays is Mindset Mondays. Tuesdays, we do UK Business Update, where I speak about all things government, banks, all those kinds of stuff. Wednesdays is Wealth Wednesdays, where I do a training on a specific topic. And Thursdays, of course, is Strategic Chats that like you're listening to and watching and participating in at the moment. So I massively appreciate that. Katie girl, I do have a pet. I have a cat. Bernard, I did and still do all the searches. Yeah, it's very hard, Bernard. It's really challenging. I know. And it's you know, it's about being relentless, basically, in terms of everything. Katie, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So please do mark your diaries, Mondays to Thursdays at 11 a.m. That is when you can tune in and watch me live. I'd also love to share with you that we also have the Uncover Wealth community. That is my private community on Facebook. So if you are running a business, I would love if you want to come and join me in there. You can just search Uncover Wealth community in the search bar on Facebook, or in most instances, click the link in my bio as well to find me there. I have exclusive trainings in there every single Tuesday for Training Tuesday. So I would love to see you in there. Beyond the Stove, thank you for joining me on Periscope. I've only got I don't know if I've missed half of your comment, but I've only got the word scheme in your comment that I can see feeding through. So yeah, I'm not sure what the rest of that comment is that you have in there, but if you want to pop it back in, then let me know as well. So thank you for tuning in, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I do very, very much appreciate it. I am going to sign off now, but thank you for joining me. I am back again Monday at 11 a.m. Monday is Mindset Mondays. So I look forward to seeing you then. I would love for you to tune in and join me for that session. Thanks again, everyone. Take care, and we'll speak to you soon.